Imagine a quiet little town where a young boy who barely speaks to anyone suddenly finds himself surrounded by terrifying, unexplainable events. Can you believe that he can actually see people who aren't alive? In The Sixth Sense, 1999, the mystery and the suspense don't just play out on screen. Behind the screen stories and 30 shocking facts will leave you completely stunned. Friends, let's see how it all begins. Cole Sear, Joel Osment, is a clever but shy child who has an extraordinary terrifying ability. He can see the dead. At first, he struggles to accept it, but the strange occurrence around him force him to confront the truth. Dr. Malcolm Crowe, Bruce Willis, a dedicated child psychologist, meets Cole one day. What starts as a routine therapy session soon turns into a deep suspense-filled journey. Crowe begins to realize that what Cole sees isn't just frightening, it's real and it has a direct connection to life and death. Friends, if you love thrillers and mysteries, this story is impossible to miss. Cole's everyday life is filled with moments of dread. The first strange sound at school, sudden shadows appearing, and bizarre events happening around his parents without their knowledge. Krause tries to help Cole manage his fear, but as the mystery unfolds, both of them discover they are facing something far bigger and darker than they imagined. The story begins with small, eerie incidents and gradually builds suspense. Joel Osment's performance makes Cole's fear incredibly real, while Bruce Willis as Crowe brings patience, tension, and emotional depth to the story. Every moment keeps you on edge. Will Cole's ability finally be revealed? Friends, watching this, I kept holding my breath, and you will too. The Sixth Sense is more than just a movie. It's a psychological journey where suspense, mystery, and unexpected twist combine to shake the viewers to the core. And get ready for the 30 shocking facts about the film, behind the scenes secrets, a challenge, and unbelievable truth that you have never heard before. Today, we are uncovering 30 shocking secrets about the Sixth Sense that ever die-hard fans never knew. Secrets and behind the scene facts. Number 1. Joel Osment's audition was legendary. Joel Osment was only 7-year-old when he auditioned for Cole Sear. Reports say M. Night Shyamalan nearly walked out because Osment's performance was so intense it made the adult actors nervous. Director Shyamalan insisted he needed that intensity, that fear in his eyes, and Osment delivered beyond expectations. Number 2. Bruce Willis was skeptical at first. Bruce Willis initially hesitated to take the role of Dr. Malcolm Crowe. He was wary of the child she's dead people premise, fearing it might be too gimmicky. Shyamalan reportedly convinced him with just one line: Cole knows the truth, whether you do or not. Number 3. The script was secretive. The script was kept under lock and key. Cast and crew could only read the parts relevant to them. Even Bruce Willis didn't know the full twist until the final weeks of shooting. This secrecy preserved the film's iconic surprise ending. 4. Shyamalan wrote the ending last. The twist ending, the fact that Crowe was dead all alone, was a last-minute decision. Shyamalan had always intended for the story to build suspense, but he only finalized the ending once filming was underway, forcing some reshoots. 5. Reshoots were deliberately minimal. To protect the twist, reshoots were small and tightly controlled. Joel Osment's most intense scenes were repeated multiple times and slight variations in facial expressions to capture the perfect subtle fear. 6. Real ghost stories inspired the script. Shyamalan has mentioned in interviews that he drew inspiration from real ghost encounters reported in Philadelphia. Crew members said some sets felt genuinely haunted because of the eerie atmosphere created by the production team. 7. The hospital set was a pressure cooker. Many of Cole's therapy scenes were shot on a custom hospital set. The constant close-ups, emotional intensity, and long hours reportedly exhausted both Osment and Willis, leading to moments on on-set tension. Some crew members recall Osment's breaking down during one take and having to be comforted before continuing. 8. Child labor laws made filming a challenge. Because Osment was under 10, strict child labor laws limited his filming hours. This forced the production to film high-intensity scenes in quick bursts, adding tension for both cast and crew. Shyamalan often had to film scenes in reverse order to accommodate Osment's schedule. 9. Bruce Willis tried improvising. Willis tried improvising some of Crowe's lines, but Shyamalan was meticulous. Any deviation could potentially ruin the delicate build-up to the ending. The director reportedly told Willis, "We need the rhythm perfect, don't fix it." 10. That red balloon scene almost didn't happen. One of the film's iconic moments, a red balloon appearing mysteriously, was almost cut because of safety corners. The prop department insisted it might pop during a critical take, ruining the shot. Shyamalan refused and it made it into the final cut. 11. Costume choices had hidden meaning. Cole's red sweater has chosen to subtly hint at danger and death throughout the film. Shyamalan wanted viewers to subconsciously notice him as one in between the world alive and dead. 12. Joel Osment had nightmares. Osment reportedly had trouble sleeping during production because he was immersed in the frightening material. Shyamalan hired a child psychologist to make sure the young actor could separate reality from his character's experiences. 13. Willis as Osment developed a real bond off screen. Bruce Willis and Joel Osment become close. Willis acted as a mentor, helping Osment navigate the pressures of a major Hollywood set at a very young age. Their trust shows in the intimate therapy scenes. 14. The I see dead people line was almost cut. Shyamalan originally considered toning down Cole's famous line. Test audiences, however, responded so strongly to it that it became the film's iconic tagline. 15. Composer James Newton Howard's score was minimalistic. The chilling score relied on silence as much as sound. Howard crafted music that would build tension without overshadowing the actor's subtle performances. The decision added to the film's enduring suspense. 16. Some scenes were shockingly realistic. Shyamalan encouraged naturalistic reaction. When Cole screams to or flinches, it's often genuine. Osment's reactions were sometimes unplanned, captured spontaneously by Shyamalan's camera. 17. Tension between crew and studio. The studio initially doubted the movie's commercial viability. They were concerned audiences wouldn't respond to a horror film centered on a child. This led to heated debates, but Shyamalan stood firm. 18. The twist was kept from test audiences. Even early test screening didn't reveal the ending. Studio executives watched the film knowing only the general plot, which helped gang authentic audience reactions to the shocking conclusions. 19. Some locations were hard to secure. Several critical scenes were filmed in residential homes that were difficult to schedule. Crew members recall moving equipment at odd hours to avoid disturbing neighbors, which added tension to already intense filming days. 20. Bruce Willis paid attention to physical detail. Willis worked on subtle physical cues, shifting his posture and avoiding eye contact to hint at Crowe's true condition without giving away the twist. It was a masterclass in understated acting. 21. Joel Osment had to memorize complex lines. Despite his age, Osment memorized dialogue that include heavy psychological themes. He would rehearse lines multiple times with Shyamalan, often under emotional stress. 22. On-set pranks lightened the mood. Despite the horror tone, the cast had funny pranks behind the scenes. Osment and the crew would hide props or sneak up behind wheels, which helped reduce tension during long dark shoots. 23. Some scenes were filmed at night. To maintain realism and suspense, many sequences were filmed at night, forcing the crew and actors into physically exhausting schedules. The darkness amplified the airy atmosphere both on screen and off. 24. Casting conflicts almost happened before Osment was cast. Several child actors were considered, but Shyamalan felt none could carry the emotional weight. Reports suggest one executive even pushed for a famous child star instead. 25. The final reveal was filmed in a single take. The moment Crowe realized his dead was filmed in one continuous take. Any mistake would have ruined the emotional impact, creating pressure on both actors. 26. Some fans misinterpreted the ending. Upon release, audience debated the twist for weeks. Some thought Crowe was hallucinating, others theorized Cole was lying. This fan confusion contributed to the film's lasting discussion and popularity. 27. Hidden messages in set design. Shyamalan incorporated subtle visual cues in background sets, foreshadowing the twist. Observant viewers could notice hints in wall colors, posting of props, and reflections. 20. The film launched Joel Osment's career. The role catapulted Osment into fame, earning him an Academy Award nomination. The film's success created both opportunity and intense pressure for the young actor. 29. Shyamalan almost walked away from the project. During post-production, Shyamalan considered shelving the film due to studio pressure. Only insistence from key producers and the cast convinced him to finalize the edit. 30. Legacy secured through word of mouth. Despite early studio skepticism, The Sixth Sense became a massive hit, largely through fan recommendations and critical praise. The twist ending and subtle storytelling cemented its place in cinematic history. The Sixth Sense isn't just a film, it's a masterclass in suspense, subtlety, and psychological horror. Every behind the scenes struggle, last minute decision, and creative conflict contributed to the iconic movie we remember today. Friends, if you love uncovering these secrets, hit like, subscribe, and comment which fact shocked you the most.